Bonjour et bienvenue à Berlin, dans le quartier du Kreuzberg. Kreuzberg signifie mont de la croix et le quartier tire son nom de la croix de fer qui est située derrière moi. Autrefois haut lieu de la contre-culture berlinoise, le quartier attire aujourd'hui de jeunes entrepreneurs, des créatifs, qui apportent avec eux des projets innovants. Qu'est-ce qui les attire ici et quelles sont en ce moment les initiatives de l'économie positive les plus marquantes? Nous avons rencontré Rémi, Christophe, Nicolas, Christian, David et Beata qui nous parlent de leurs projets et de leur quartier. Beata, auteur du blog Kreuzberg, nous explique comment le quartier est devenu le centre créatif de Berlin.
Before the war, it was a working class and middle class area. It was very industrial. The war brought an end to this. The final blow to the borough was the construction of the Berlin Wall in 1961. After that, the borough became sort of half dead. Because of that, in the 70s and 80s, it became very attractive to people who had little money and lots of ideas, so mostly artists and students. Lots of people who were looking for alternative lifestyles. This stage in history came to an end in 1989 when Berlin Wall came down. Kreuzberg began a new chapter. We are in the middle of it right now, I believe. Gentrification. Another problem is something that comes with gentrification, unfortunately. Kreuzberg became very attractive to property sharks.
Christian, propriétaire de Record Loft, le nouveau magasin de vinyle dont tout le monde parle dans le Kreuzberg, partage ce point de vue sur l'histoire du quartier.
Yeah, I'm Christian. I'm the guy with the debt. I opened up this place. Kreuzberg has always been some kind of a musical place, and that's also why I'm happy to have found this location. We were competing with the cocktail bar and Turkish culture coffee, and the landlord said he rather wants some kind of music in the house. Yeah. There is these kind of reasonable people, but they're getting less and less. A lot of shops have got only the big classics. Yeah. And we wanted to offer a wide variety from the start so that people can actually find out about things, can also create an atmosphere where people can stay and where people can enjoy to be at. Yeah, now the coffee machine is broken, but we normally serve free coffee for everybody.
Ici, les prix ne sont pas affichés et c'est au moment de payer que le vendeur cherche le prix le plus bas sur le net. Pour Christian, il s'agit de ne pas se fier à la cote temporaire du vinyle et de favoriser les découvertes musicales. C'est dans ce but aussi qu'il veut lancer son propre label, pour faire découvrir de nouveaux artistes. Mais il ne veut pas se développer trop vite.
Fast growth, it also means that you can only be anonymous and you can never create these relationships with the people that we are working with and also with the customers. I personally would love it to become some kind of cultural hub where all these record diggers are meeting, because I think that these places have all gone digital and everybody sits at home all alone in front of his computer, being very lonely in the end.
À Berlin en général et dans le Kreuzberg en particulier, on s'exprime en musique, mais pas que. David est photographe et nous montre qu'à Berlin, le paradis du vélo avec ses 600 km de pistes cyclables, le deux roues fait rimer style et écologie.
I'm doing the Bike Style Berlin project. It's a project about cyclists in Berlin.
Do you think that people express themselves through their bike?
Of course they do. A lot of people, they choose their bike because they want to show something, like they want to show their style. Yeah, I would say this guy is really in love with his bike. He ordered the wires from the States and he got this leather thing done by a SM leather studio. So it's all customized. You don't need much money to have a special bike. You can buy a cheap frame, then fix it by yourself. And also, like, if you go to the smaller bike shops, not the big chains, you just can go there and they help you out. Yeah. Like, it's very free or open, and yeah, they're all helpful.
They're kind of community spirit, something like that?
There is a community spirit.
Un des aspects marquants du Kreuzberg, c'est qu'on y trouve une vraie vie de quartier et une réelle solidarité. Ainsi, à Beta House, un espace de coworking de 2500 m², on partage plus qu'un bureau.
Here at Beta House, we have a really nice coffee shop where you can have really good coffee. We have a huge working area with open space offices, most of it. There's a couple of rooms for startups that are a little bit bigger, that need their own space. Then we have a workshop / fab lab where you can learn how to woodwork, how to use a 3D printer.
It's a place where you can come and basically rent a desk. You can buy a membership card for a day, a week or a month. And you can not only share space with others, but you can also share ideas. This place is an example of the positive consequence of gentrification. It attracts lots of new people, especially creative people, to Kreuzberg.
Donc toi, tu es journaliste pour le magazine Desk Mag. Pourquoi tu viens travailler ici?
En fait, je suis arrivé à Berlin en étant intéressé par le coworking. J'ai rencontré beaucoup de gens, c'est vraiment très utile, quoi.
Est-ce que tu peux nous expliquer pourquoi le coworking est si populaire ici?
Il y a beaucoup de startups, il y a beaucoup de travailleurs indépendants qui travaillent dans le domaine des nouvelles technologies ici. Donc c'est une population qui a besoin que d'un ordinateur pour travailler. Et c'est cette même population qui vient travailler dans les espaces de coworking. Ces mêmes personnes sont venues aussi parce que c'est peu cher de vivre ici. C'est encore bon marché malgré le fait que ça augmente d'année en année. Et d'ailleurs, l'espace de coworking, ça devient aussi plus rentable que dans une toute autre grande ville.
Well, I think Berlin is just a great place for startups. You know, rent is cheap, living is cheap. You have high quality in terms of human resources sitting around, and it has a nice buzz. So Berlin is, I think, right now in Europe, the best place to actually start a company.
ECF propose des fermes aquaponiques en ville. L'aquaponie, c'est la symbiose entre la culture de végétaux et l'élevage de poissons. L'innovation apportée par ECF est de proposer ce système sous forme de containers en ville, soit au plus près des consommateurs et donc avec un minimum de transport et d'émissions de CO2. Pour l'instant, le prototype du container est en hibernation, donc ni plantes ni poissons, mais c'est le bon moment pour chercher à perfectionner le système.
Here is the fish tank. This is where everything starts. The fish are inside here. They produce metabolic products. So the water then runs from this tank into the second tank. This is a filter. Now, in this filter, the sediment in the water, basically the poo of the fish, gets filtered out. Okay. And the pre-cleaned water then runs into this dripping filter, which you can see over there. Basically, the water with the pee-pee of the fish comes inside here by gravity. This wheel turns then. Since we enlarge the surface, there's a lot of bacteria which can turn the ammonium of the fish into nitrate, and nitrate is classic fertilizer. The water gets pumped up here. These are two prototypes we just developed this winter. This is an ebb and flood system where basically we're trying also to work with earth. We can do that in that system. Now this system is a vertical farming system. Basically the plants, you stick them inside here, basically herbs for example, and it becomes sort of like a vertical bush of herbs. And this is a classical NFT system where the water comes in from one side, flows through these long pipes and then goes back down to the Nutri tank. Last November, we were invited as one of 5 European teams to participate in the biggest clean tech event in the world. It takes place in Silicon Valley. We were chosen winner in the category water, waste and agriculture. And on the next day, we actually presented for the overall win. So 1,000 companies that actually participate in this event. And we won the global clean tech competition.
Le Kreuzberg est en pleine mutation, et les loyers qui étaient bas jusque-là sont en train d'augmenter. Malgré cela, le dynamisme artistique et la solidarité qui habitent le quartier en font l'endroit idéal si vous voulez réaliser un projet. J'espère que cette visite du Kreuzberg vous a plu et vous a donné envie de voir ce qui se passe ici. Tchuss!